Alright, welcome back. WeArEuS, and this is the starts. I forgot he was here. This is the beginning of
Wukong made it to Buddhahood, yes, but his gloomy mood never left him. He closed his ears to Buddha's teachings and refused any decree from the Jade Emperor. I was baffled. Then one day, he dragged me along for a drink. We set out from the Westland and worked our way across each of the four lands. From Mount Lingshan to Mount Lojia, Mount Sumed. Ah, don't cut me off while I'm speaking!
We've got to get rid of this guy.
By my keen eye, ford the stream, and we'll surely find something interesting.
Okay. Him talking really threw me off. 213 XP isn't bad. There's one more. Well. Well, flyers are really annoying. Get up.
This must be the Snake General. No, nothing but bare bones. That yellow brow is surely cruel. I'll give him that. A mute half-wit like you will be a lamb to the slaughter if you face him.
Okay. Don't worry, I am currently working on my witty retorts. I don't... This area sure is open. You're a biggin. Apramana bat. I've seen bigger. God. Really? I really, really hate flying enemies.
Drink from my range!
More. Give me more. Sweet, beautiful violence.
We cut them down. We will come out unscathed.
Come on, just a little more. You can do it. That's it. Idiot. Wait, we didn't. What about? Now that I think about it, whatever happened with not Uncle, Grandpa? He just poofed that last time and that was it.
Enough with the tears. The Snake General has passed on. The once mighty generals, now tortured and shattered. His teardrop holds great power. Take it as his thanks to you.
Where? Well, I'm sure we'll cross paths with a giant turtle's giant tear as soon as it becomes relevant. Not getting past that. I mean, I really wasn't supposed to pick something up, was I? Because I don't see it. I'm sure I would recognize a giant turtle tear. So, while I was at work thinking about recording this today, it occurred to me, what is it possible for some is it possible for someone to be more bloodthirsty than I am? Anyway, I was at work thinking, and it occurred to me, maybe, just maybe, there is a boss back at the Pagoda Realm that I haven't fought. I know, I find it difficult to believe myself. I could have sworn I lapped that place at least once. Mother frick. It goes through obstacles. I hate it here. So I do want to go back to the Pagoda Realm, but I, for the life of me, can't see a reason to do so.
Cross me, and my rake will cross you!
Looks more, well, yeah, I guess it does look more like a rake than a hoe. Well, what can you do? This looks more like snot. So, to die as woeful as to live alone. You know, I was spamming the dodge button because I saw it coming. Oh, there is much more. And we haven't even fully explored that direction either. But yeah, I do want to return to the Pagoda Realm to try to find...
More familiar face. Are all my old friends in WeArEuS clutches now?
What are you... What the frick is that?
Try these immortals in the New West.
For your eyes.
Belong.
Young one, you have spoiled my joy.
Oh, that rock is hard. Magnificent killing.
Oh, that's great.
Why do I tire so?
That's right. Tickle me good. Ah, because we moved so slow, we missed out on the damage. There we go. Come on. Come on, you can do better than that. There we go. Oh, that's the good stuff. One more time. Bye-bye, Chenlong.
I might as well die. No chance at immortality. And forced to suffer your torment.
You started this. I mean, yeah, I was angling for a fight, but...
Long can hardly move a muscle as he is. Only one of Shudong's resurrection pills can save me now. Oh, Shudong loves his medicinal arts. Given his nature, he's surely tending
Yep,
the
so
furnace
that's him.
flames somewhere.
Fine. As long as I get something out of this, you know? I'm nothing if not greedy. So... here. First, let's see what it is we got. Turtle snot when at full health, using the gourd. Does this account for overflow? And surely I don't need to explain what I mean by overflow. Either way, that is everything. That is everything. I don't have any more right now, though, so I can't see how much I get from it. But it wouldn't be hard to. So let's actually check that out right now.
Look how you outnumber them, son. I like it.
Let's see. I need a target for that.
Busy playing tricks while I take the blows.
You look like you could use a good blow now and then. Ooh, that's not great. I mean, it's something. I should have checked. Actually, let's test that now rather than wondering about it. Hey, help me. That's enough of that. Whoop. Dang it. I couldn't cancel the heal. This'll do.
That's one more treat from my rage.
That's good enough. It does not account for overflow. Asked and answered. Well, now we have to go and find Shoe Dog. But it's not like that's going to be that hard.
Mine eyes doth see the dell from the confines of my abode. Greeting, brave one.
Mirage Pill instantly gains a considerable amount of might. Dealt me twice. Enhanced Tiger Subduing Pellets considerably increases attack for a long duration. Take that. I think I will.
From yin and yang, 5 elements emerge. Each nature thou shalt have pills. Seek from within to ascend. Seek from unique creation.
Does this mean we have to find Shoe Dog out there rather than come back here? Because there's
I
nothing.
can never repay you for saving my life. Oh, here, a token of my gratitude.
Precious pills. In the furnace there is fire, and in fire there is pills. So, okay. Didn't expect to get mind core from him, but I will take it.
Your grim fate alone speaks for that old Long's bullying. Pray refrain from blaming him. His ill temper persists unaltered since the first day of our long acquaintance. Regret not, for his power endures. His desire be but one more pill, gladly bestowed by me.
Fortifying medicaments. Upon use, enhances the tenacity effect of certain staff abilities, making them less susceptible to interruptions for a short duration. Can't really think of what abilities they might be talking about. You know, it occurs to me, I have not used, it occurred to me actually a while ago, probably at work. I do not use what, I don't remember what they call them, but the varied combos, I think, wherein you interrupt the light attacks with the heavy, and then, you know, during that interruption you basically get to parry, for lack of a better word, the enemy's attacks, also known as seeing through it. I don't use that a lot, or frankly anymore, at all. And for good reason.
May not rival the Skyward River, but Turtle General's help was necessary. When me and Wukong braved across that river, we were surely a sight to behold.
So as I pondered it, sitting there at work, whether I don't remember what I was doing specifically, but as I pondered on it, it occurred to me, I don't use it. Right long ago. Old man, I got your pills. There he is. It occurred to me, I don't use the varied combos to see through the enemy's attacks because the enemies it works on, I don't need it for, and the ones I need it for, it doesn't work on. And by the ones it doesn't work on, I mean bosses. Particularly large bosses. And that, I've said it before, that's my main focus when it comes to skills. It has to work on the boss, otherwise, well, it has to work on bosses, otherwise I just don't bother. And as you've seen, I'm pretty particular. I'm pretty particular about the fully charged, fully stacked heavy attacks.
Wukong made it to Buddhahood, yes, but his gloomy mood never left him. He closed his ears to Buddha's teachings and refused any decree from the Jade Emperor. I was baffled. Then one day, he dragged me along for a drink. We set out from the Westland and worked our way across each of the four lands. From Mount Lingshan to Mount Lojia, Mount Sumeru, my Mount Fuling, and his Mount Waguo. That drink did me in good. When I opened my eyes, the three realms were in total disarray. They all said Wukong died and Erlang Shen was the one who murdered him. Hogwash! Who could put an end to Wukong? He must have hidden somewhere to pull a prank on me. Later, an old monkey showed up and told me to throw my support behind a Destined One. He said the Destined One was supposed to be the key to bringing Wukong back. You, the key! You're no match for even one strand of his hair. I'm wise enough not to believe that Wukong is truly dead. As for what that old monkey had to say, a half-truth at best. But I might as well play along. Just stick by my side and do as I say. I will get to the bottom of what he's cooking up. One way or another.
You know, after listening to his old man tale, I'm just no longer in the mood for mine.
I knew you could do it! The young may yet be taught.
He threw it away.
With this pill, I'll gain the strength to unseal that precious place, the Painted Realm. A peaceful haven I built with my fellow deities. Now the monkey is in place. We should gather once more.
I'm not opposed to going to the Painted Realm. Well, choices for the week, I guess. Well, look who it is. key scroll, huh? Will we finally see Uncle Potato again?
Mine eyes doth see the dell from the confines of my abode. Greeting, brave one. Oh, many thanks for reuniting us here, brave one. This is a perfect place for my heart. I've long yearned to come back. Henceforth, brave one, come timely to fetch medicines. This is a token of my gratitude. This is what my ceaseless toil finally yields.
Essence decoction and ginseng pellets.
Many are bent on seeking shortcuts, hence pill-making came to be.
Ooh, it's Uncle Drunkus.
Dewdrops, honey brew, sheep curd, palm tipple. I drink all there is. Oh, my. I've turned to drink since my descent. I thought I'd never see those friends again, but here I am, back to the painted realm. Now I'll drink with my friends in this hideaway. Who needs to fight for a journey? Cheers, cheers. Fancy doing anything today?
I don't appear to have anything, and that's for duplicates, though. No thanks.
Remember, young friend, a sip makes one tipsy, many sips make you hammered.
Well, I have to go see what that is. And then come back and smash the pots. As you do. Can I have that?
Spare me your prattle, it bores me. Since you're here, the scrap you're all in can stay no more.
Wait, upgrade armor. Well. Well. This will allow my preferred options to stay more relevant. Am I still wearing these? Yeah, based on the icon, I definitely am. Wow, that is a lot of extra defense. Yeah.
It might befit you well.
Through fire armor is refined. I couldn't read the rest. Ooh. Ooh, I do like that effect, though. But that is not bad at all. I have not used Evanescence in a while. Yeah, we can do this.
Helm and armor in place. A sure oppose in any case. This can give you some edge.
Alright, we are now not terribly weak. Or frail, more accurately. Silk, grindcore, yarn, and stone spirit. Don't particularly have need of these. You know we have to.
Edge sharpened, arm restless. I was looking for someone to test it. Mark me. This blade is cast from the best metal. Don't blame me if you hurt yourself.
Dang it. Didn't expect that. Got him first. Even though I was mid-dodge, huh? Okay.
Why did the dial? Holy shit! I'm down with lights!
Okay.
The Zodiac deities never hold back. You're far below him. Train well before returning here.
I guess that means he beat me. He's got something for me if I beat him. And we definitely can. I hardly used my arsenal against this guy. Oh, we're fully rested, so we can just do that again then.
What rags and tatters? Edge yourself. You should have stopped. Into the leaves. Split the shrouded sky.
Again?
The Zodiac.
Wasn't I almost full health? There's no... It might have, actually, now that I think about it.
Armor and arms. Yourself.
Gotcha. I saw it coming and I just kept attacking.
Into the leaves. First gust cut deep.
Ow.
Take this.
Ooh, barely got that one off. Nope.
Go with the wind.
Unfortunate.
What's fair to the eye may prove foul to handle. with those bits of scrap. What rags and tatters. No wonder you're at my door. Back so soon. Take this! Into the leaves! Split the shrouded sky! Gone with the wind. Ride with the gale. A whirlwind dust. Down with might! The cloud shall split! Armor and arms. Just ask and they... Yourself. Into the leaves! Fierce gusts cut deep! this! To the sky! Gale shall sing! The Zodiac. Back so soon. Yourself. Into the leaves. Split the shrouded sky. Take a hike. Ride with the gale. All is splendid. The clouds shall split. Down with might. The gale shall sing. Ride with the gale. A whirlwind dance. The clouds shall split. To the sky. And take this. Down with might. The gale shall sing. We should have stopped. fit for my skill. It's yours now. I'll just forge another.
So, that took a lot longer than I expected. A mere test of skill turned fight to something was the achievement that just popped up. Oh, goodness. The guy's attacks are extremely predictable, even when he goes into his leaf phase. Everything is predictable except when he does the little, I don't want to say unblockable, but the one thing that starts off that triggers the uninterruptible damage sequence of his, where he disappears, reappears in front of you, I guess, yells or shouts or whatever. And if the wind from that hits you, you just get, well, pulled into a blender for a good moment. Everything else is predictable. He nearly got me again. You might have seen it. You might have noticed it, I mean. There was a point towards the very end, right before we transformed, where I'm spamming the button for everything. Like, I am spamming as hard as I can to save my life, literally. And he just won't transform. I'm pretty sure I hit the combination of buttons right before the guy hit me, but somehow he still hit me. And I guess the resulting stagger prevented me from being able to transform or something. And of course, Immobilize doesn't really work on this guy. A number of times I've used it just because, and he just shrugs it off. The only time it's actually worked is after he's been staggered, you know, the way I normally go about doing it. Except that he's not easy to stagger because he is extremely aggressive. Cloud Step is key to beating this guy because I don't know what that phase of his is called, where he disappears into leaves, but avoiding the damage that comes from that phase's attacks aren't difficult to dodge, but being able to reposition to somewhere advantageous and avoid having to put yourself in a position to take damage is extremely valuable. But, oh, man. And I was going to say and again, but I haven't actually said this yet. He is nowhere near that difficult. I've fought bosses before him that were harder. He's not difficult to beat at all. But good lord, did I have trouble with him. But we did persevere. I did have to use medicine, though. I will say that I don't feel good about that. It's weird. Medicine is just another tool in my repertoire of, well, sticking it to the enemy. And yet I find I don't feel good about using it. Oh, I don't mind using the stuff to restore my might so I could transform again. That was great. I like that. We need more of that. It's just the defense stuff that I use that was mainly what bothered me. I don't know why, but it did. Granted, without it, it would have been that much harder because while he doesn't deal an obscene amount of damage, the frequency with which the damage comes out, and if you don't dodge it, it's bad. It's real bad. But that's enough of that. I can't tell you how many times it took me to fight this guy. It probably wasn't all that long. It probably feels longer than it actually was. But I don't know how many times it took me to fight this guy. Less than 15, I guess? It couldn't have been 10. I don't even think it was 10. And so, as our reward, we acquire... Is it Eben or It can't be Ebon. I don't think it's Ebon. The Eben Flow. You know, now that I say it out loud, it's probably Eben. Though I wouldn't be surprised if it weren't. A black wind rises, fate's swift dance. With each retreat, a new advance. Transform into the Yin Tiger to ward off incoming blows. Right! My controller fell. Right, I completely forgot that I swapped my spirit out. Good lord, how in the world could I have forgotten that? I swapped my spirit to the one that has the shield, specifically for dealing with this guy's aggressive tactics. I actually might challenge him again just to see if the spirit is as useful as I'm hoping it is. Something that can just actively resist enemy attacks or interrupt them would be even better. I was going to go with the white, but I wanted the defense. My offense is pretty good. I needed something defensive. Anyway, transform into the Yin Tiger to ward off incoming blows by holding the sword horizontally or dash forward like a gale to close in on foes. Focus built up before transformation can be converted for use afterward. I mean, why not, right? We earned that. Yeah, so the transformation is ready.
What's fair to the eye may prove foul to handle.
Equip more curios.
He was clad in splendor, yet you are plain as dirt. It's wise to wear more curios to guard yourself. I'll lend a hand.
Iron-horned helm. We do not have what we need for this, and I spent one of the fine gold threads that I did have. Who are you talking about me? That's how that mask looks. At least how it looks like it would sound if it were able to speak. Where now is that pious soul who melted your metal, or the smith who cast it to form you? So saith the flavor text. Here we have, oh, that is nice. That is really nice. God, we need so many fine gold threads for this. Well, the set, I mean. Let's see. This has the unique effect. After a successful deflection with rock solid, significantly increases damage executed by the next attack. So if I were to use a tier 3 heavy attack, that might be pretty good. Iron Tough Greaves. Okay, so the effect for this set, we can actually get these greaves, but... So, the effect for the Iron Tough set is called Iron Will. Its two-piece effect is that upon successful rock-solid deflections, massively increases focus gained by Nick of Time. I don't know what that's supposed to be. I've never heard of Nick of Time. Have you? You haven't. Good answer. The four-piece set, the four-piece set effect is that upon successful rock-solid deflection, considerably reduce its cooldown, except for the whole part where rock solid is not good against large enemies, or large, massive, which is a problem because it's rock solid is good, but if it doesn't interrupt them, or if it gets broken, worse still, that's mana lost, opportunity lost, and I don't think you take damage through the rock solid, but you're staggered, which means you could end up getting hit by a follow-up. Also, certain enemy attacks can just break through rock solid, and not all of these attacks are obvious. Rock solid is not great. It is seriously outperformed by Cloud Step, especially since Cloud Step provides you with an attack, should you so choose to use it, that deals pretty good damage. 200 damage for, I think Cloud Step is 30 mana? It might be 50? But 200 damage for the mana that Cloud Step costs is not a bad exchange. Also, the simple opportunity that it opens up, the fact that it guarantees a stagger, I mean, so long as you hit them while they're not doing something that gives them tenacity. So long as you don't use it against them while they are performing a move that provides them tenacity. What is Nick of Time? I don't know what Nick of Time is. The set is nice, but it has a serious problem in that it's tied to rock solid, which is pretty freaking weak.
All you lean on is a thick skull.
What did I do? Well, I mean, I did beat him with a stick, but he agreed to that. You can't be bitter about that now, man. Come on. So we have to change our transformation. Thought there was more, but apparently not. You would think that the horse guy would be here, but where did we even last see that guy? I have seen neither hide nor hair of him in a very, very long time. I'm also out of... Can I make that medicine on my own? Well.
Mine eyes doth see the Dow from the confines of
Ooh,
my
he's got
pills
stuff
are
for me.
reliable, but be wiser than relying solely on them.
Tonifying decoction and more ginseng. Nice. I need the one that provides might. That's the word. I do not have that. Well, it was extremely valuable while I had it. Maybe one day I'll be able to make it.
Many are bent on seeking shortcuts. Hence, pill making came to be.
Okay. Self-advance. Yeah, so I can make medicine here. I need to change, yeah, set spells. But how could this ever be better than Azure Dust? When it lands its rockfall. When it lands rockfall, that's 700 damage. And I can probably increase that by upgrading the stuff in the transformation tree. But I'm pretty sure I can make it hit even harder. How in the world can these two ever hope to compare against this? This thing is just a wall of health with damage reduction that ignores all 4 elemental effects. Not their damage, which, what can you do? But their effects, that's just so good. It's defense and offense. It's everything I could ever want. And imagine that when I first got this, I scoffed. Shame on me. But we are here to try ebb and flow. We'll have to rest. Man, I really don't want to try this out against that guy. Okay, we'll do it really quickly, just so I can show it off and see how good its blocking is. That's one of the things I really want to test.
What rags and tatters?
Okay, I do not hate that at all. Come on. Really? That was your plan? Like I said, predictable. But the guy is a walking blender. Dang it.
Take this.
Like I said, a blender. But it's fine. I got what I needed out of him. Oh, frick. I have no idea how much time I wasted on that guy. Well, I say wasted, but his transformation is actually pretty cool. So, I'm going to be here. Yeah, the episode literally had just started. We were maybe 15 minutes in? That's what I'm going to call it. 15 minutes in is what we got. Hold on. Oh, I can't pick this. Shame.
Now, all the Zodiac deities may come and go freely. Hey, don't make light of our kind. Without our assistance on such an arduous journey, it may be too hard for you to complete. It's rare for strangers to gain entry here. Seeing our paths crossed, I brought you in.
Deliver seeds. Deliver seeds gathered on your journey and have them planted in the painted realm.
As they say, fine soil yields fine sprouts, and fine sprouts bear fine fruits. Rest assured, this old long knows his trade. From seed to sprout to fruit to harvest, patience is the path to follow.
Well,
Leaving so soon? Do visit from time to time.
okay, Grandpa. See you again soon. I assume I used the item to leave here. I don't know if the horse is supposed to be here. I wouldn't be surprised if he was, and he just isn't because I didn't do something I needed to. Oh, right. Speaking of doing something I needed to. Ring of Fire. Again, I have no hope that this is actually going to turn into something, one, that I'm going to ever use, two, that is going to have even remotely useful or interesting, I don't know what to call these, upgrades. Let's go with that. But we will at least give it a look. I thought it said diarrhea. Just for a split second. It had all of the makings of it. That's not a good sign. Anyway, we'll go ahead because that's just not interesting. Interesting, worth it, whatever. Raging Flames generates additional focus every second while within Ring of Fire. Burning Zeal increases maximum stamina while within Ring of Fire. Pretty sure it already does that, so having that would only make it better. Consolidation, standing within the Ring of Fire slowly recovers health. And combined with the increased duration, it's not bad. But I fully expect the health restoration, which they could literally just display. Just show the health bar, because this video does nothing. Anyway, it probably restores like a smidge of health at a time. So you literally have to spend your whole life in the ring to get any actual value out of it. But the ring also does boost the healing you get from the gourd, so... Flame's Embrace. Frankly, since I got no value out of Immobilize, I probably could go with the Ring of Fire in those cases, but those cases are... The Tiger was literally the only one who's ever actually just outright shrugged off Immobilize. So I can't really see, unless there are more of those kinds of bosses coming, I can't really see a case where I would ever swap off of Immobilize. At least not yet. Moderately increases damage reduction received while within Ring of Fire. I mean... maybe if it granted tenacity? I just don't see it. Boundless Blessings. After staying in Ring of Fire for a short duration, its effects continue even after exiting it. However, the mana cost of this spell moderately increases upon awakening this talent. I just don't see it. I just don't see the value of Ring of Fire over Immobilize. I mean, I prefer more aggressive playstyles anyway, so it's just a benefit for me. Also, the timer is not ticking down, so this episode is just going to keep going until we actually leave the Painted Realm. So, as far as I'm concerned, we still have not left 15 minutes. So that's still another 45 minutes worth of video if you guys are, interested. Getting back to this though, I am not impressed. Ring of Fire is too defensive and too restrictive. Granted, if you just go for the duration increase, you could have an area where you could just run into it to heal, but having a designated area for healing when you may need some in an emergency, especially if you're up against an enemy that is super aggressive like the Tiger boss was. I don't remember what he was called because I was too focused on trying not to die or get caught in the blender and then die. So we got Cold Edge from acquiring his transformation. This reduces the cooldown of all alteration spells. Ooh, that is pretty good. I could really use cooldown for Cloud Step. There were times when I was fighting him and I needed this, and it was still on cooldown, which meant I had to do my best to avoid entering the blender again. It did not always go well. There are a few skills like this one. I say skills, but anyway, there are a few like this one that I put points into that I would really like the points back from. This also costs 2, and so does this. So that's 2 points that could have gone anywhere else. 2 is way too expensive. But that is pretty good depending on what kind of... It's just the one. And I mean, we can do a little bit of... I would really like to reset and get these points back. I may do that off camera and then just repurchase all of the stuff I have and none of the stuff that I don't want or use. Because I mean, we've probably got points in staff stances that we just don't use, like the pillar stance. Cool idea. It's pretty garbage though. Moderately reduce the cooldown. This is actually really good, and it's just... I spend the 2 points. There are no extra levels to it. I just get the cooldown on all of my alteration spells, which are just the Cloud Step and Rock Solid. I like that. Maximum health. I really wish it told me, it would tell me how much it's going to be increasing the attack. Is it going to be a fixed amount, like by 10? Because I don't see how that's really going to help. Is it a percentage? If it's a percentage, what? How much? 1, 2, 3%? Given that it's got 6 levels, it's probably... Can't give him the benefit of the doubt. It's probably 1%, if it's a percentage at all. I would really like to heavily invest in transformations. For example, Vengeful Mirage, not really useful. I'd prefer to have the points back from this. Huh. So every time he interrupted me during the light attack finisher, he dealt less damage than he ordinarily would have. That's good to know, I guess. I wonder if this could actually be used, and I mean just the mobile spin, could actually be used in a boss fight to just generally boost your focus gain so you can just more regularly spam heavy attacks. I imagine not, unless it's like immediately after a stagger, and then maybe if you use immobilize immediately after. So I would like to get this last level, but that requires we spend 7 points, and I only have 5. And there are not a lot of things in this particular section that I want. The more interesting stuff to me is alteration and transformation. Maybe mysticism? Yeah, mysticism too. Ah, this is the one I wanted. But then again, this, well, I could spend my time charging it. If I stay close enough to the decoy, I could get value out of it. I do like that. What do we cancel that? Will grants focus. Ah, that's what I, yeah, so this covers a considerable amount. Probably only a partial amount of what it costs to use it. Like it is with Immobilize. Probably not useful. And as we've seen, the decoy does not need extra health. It just doesn't. It took a whole lot of abuse from the... I keep calling him Tiger Boss, but I don't remember what his name is. It took a whole lot of abuse from the guy and did not disappear. Like, it took some hurting. So, it doesn't need this, and I really wish I didn't have to spend on it. Shockwave isn't useful. Duration, I would actually appreciate extra duration. I don't care about the movement speed, but the extra duration couldn't hurt. Because when I used the Cloud Step at the beginning of his Leaf phase, it lasts about as long as it takes for him to finish the entire phase. If it had lasted a little longer, I would have been able to avoid the entire phase and then deal the Unveiling Strike damage. Strand isn't really useful to me right now. I do like this. A moderate amount of additional mana to massively extend immobilization. I really wish they had done a side-by-side comparison, showing what the duration is normally without this, and then with it. Wait, I don't understand what this video is trying to prove here. It starts off with him just attacking an enemy that isn't immobilized, just normally attacking them. And then he inflicts Immobilize. I don't understand what this is trying to prove. Unless the description is wrong, and it's just, if you hit an enemy with light attacks, it extends the duration of the next Immobilize. That would be a really good effect. As it is, though, mean, that's not great. And it also really investing in that really limits my options for attacking an immobilized enemy. For example, a boss, which is always and only my actual concern when using, well, when considering upgrades and skills. Against a boss, I usually may not end up getting to pull off all of the damage that I want. So I may have to opt into using the heavy attack, so I can get the mana back, which is my main concern. That way I get to use that spell and others more frequently. Well, yeah. Well, I did say I was going to reset off camera, so I guess it doesn't really matter too much, but I do want you guys to see where I'm putting the points so I don't have to go over it next episode. I like Smash Stance, but I have not swapped to it in several episodes. The heavy attack deals more damage, but you're also extremely vulnerable during that. It takes a long time to come off, or to go off, and I just... Enable sprinting. Okay, that's okay. I mean, using Smash Stance's sprinting while charging might actually be good against certain bosses, namely ones that have really short attacks. Anyone with highly mobile attacks like the Tiger boss are just not, they are not the ones you want to use that against. But anyone else, you're looking at like 500 damage every upwards of 10 seconds, provided you don't get hit. And I don't use the freaking varied combos, so it just feels like a waste of points. This increases critical chance, which I like, but you have to land every hit, and it stacks up to 15 times. You don't want to be invested in that against a boss, unless, you know, they're staggered or they just pulled off a heavy attack that missed, and now they're vulnerable. It would depend on how much damage Whirling Thrusts actually does. See, this is good. Lucky Strike is good. I don't know how effective it'll be against a boss. But it does give you brief invincibility. But you have to also see through their attack. I'm confused. This is showing you using the heavy attack from Pillar Stance. And then the heavy attack from thrust stance. What? I mean, surely it's not trying to say that this translates across stances. Because it would seem like this also would translate across stances. Like, it would make sense for Smashing Force to actually translate across stances because it says, well, oh no, it says charge, smash, heavy attacks, so I guess that makes sense. Staggered. I can't really think of a way to stagger enemies outside of a heavy attack. And there's no way to not use the full charge on a heavy either, so this doesn't seem like a good one. The only one that could be good is Lucky Strike. And that requires that you actually see through an enemy attack, which isn't that hard, but an entire branch only having one good attack is not great. Or one good upgrade. Requires focused attack 4? Collapsing Gale requires focused attack 4. So it requires this. Which makes sense. The 4th focus point does not sustain for long and its gauge depletes over time. I am going to struggle to unlock this because I don't care about anything in this section. Okay, so this one applies to everything. I don't use varied combos. Increases the charging speed of all stances. It's debatable use. I could see it for the smash stance where well, this is definitely somewhere we can spend points. Now we only need to spend 5 more. Yay. Is there anything of interest here? No, there just isn't. I like transformations, what can I say? I guess we have to use the item in order to leave. It only occurred to me after I had used it that I could just use the shrine to leave. Frankly, I could use the shrine to actually go there, or come here. I have to be missing something in the pagoda realm. I have to be. For now... yeah. That's right, I'm back. Now, I saw something that belongs to me over here. Big turtle casts long shadow. Hold on.
Fine bit. Better entrust it to me.
You touch my loot, I take your hand. Hold on. Stop? Currently, I can't think of anything to place on the top slot for the medicines, but I'm sure I'll think of something. I mean, I could always put the crit rate medicine there. What?
I see a one.
Weird. I did the light attack finisher, and there was no lightning. What am I doing? Get down here.
Wait. You won't eat me, will you? I was on a treasure hunt, but I ended up being the hunted. I owe you my life, sir. I'll share the treasure with you once I find it.
Unless I find it first.
Say, why is there nothing but WeArEuS in this so-called Buddha's realm? Can I look to you to save me again, sir, if they come back?
I mean, as long as I get paid, sure. Everybody gets one. Anything after that will cost you. Ooh.
Scour all you like. It won't make a difference.
I'm going to hit you. Also, I see a place to meditate over there. Oh, and this place looks a lot like an arena. But with this here, I don't imagine... What is this? Blue Bridge Romance? Do you have any idea what that's supposed to be? Let's see. Blue Bridge Romance. It's not a gourd. Oh, we have another slot now. I forgot about that. That's... It does literally nothing for my crit rate. In the chilled state. Ah, so it's garbage. Increase defense by 14. Reduce the cooldown of all my spells. I like that. 10% chance to crit. I don't hate that. Recover stamina when perfect dodging. I'm pretty sure I tried to find China T-Bowl and I could not notice a significant difference. Frankly, just having extra stamina would be superior. But I think I like the... it says slightly, so that's probably just nothing. Ah, crap, I forgot to test the... Actually, now that we have the... What is it called? The Rui... Now that we have the Rui scroll, we have...
If Wukong was here now, he would have already swung his staff at me. That monkey and I must have been bonded by some wicked karma. I must owe him a debt, otherwise he wouldn't haunt me even in death. Throughout our journey, he took every chance to poke fun at me. As long as I played the fool, he didn't care if I was still breathing. When it comes to benevolence, he can't compare to me. When he couldn't defeat the Red Boy, the anger nearly cost him his life. It was me and my healing touch that saved him. Well, you do kind of resemble him looks-wise, but you'd better not take after his temper. The Journeyer, the Destined One. Those are just words they use for you. Don't let them fool you. Wukong did, you know. He believed Buddhahood is a future of bliss.
If I could hit him, I would. What was I... Oh, right. So, now that we have the Rui scroll and access to the tiger, we can use that to test out any combinations of skills or whatever, frankly. As well as mastering the timing for Evanescence. Though I am not going to impose that on you guys now. We've spent enough time there, like way too much. Way too much time there. I will admit that. Gotta make sure I don't miss any of my XP. Although I will say, I am very proud to know that I'm very proud to let you guys know, that I was able to dodge the boss's attacks multiple times in a row in order to regain my mana. Now, I have no idea how much mana was restored. I'd have to watch it back after during editing, but I mean, it hopefully it was worth it. If not, having these shoes on is not worth it in the slightest. There was no way for me to know how much it actually restored as a result of my dodging, but because, frankly, I was trying to focus on not dying. Okay. Whatever there is left to do here lies this way. Yeah, one moment. Ah, it's you again, huh? Here, have that. Good XP, goodwill. All right.
Ah, a handy cave to shelter us from the wind. If I fall sick from cold, boy, the blade falls square on you.
Do you want to get hit? I understand why he hit you now.
Easy are you. Where the path narrows, danger lurks.
Well, yeah. If you're wondering why I'm not saying anything, it's because I'm trying.
Chill. My hide may be thick, but it's no match for this bitter cold. So much for the journey, I guess.
Ah. So this is where it went. Blue Bridge Romance. Each sip recovers 36% of maximum health and moderately increases movement speed. But it also has space for 3 soaks. It's not bad. First, that. Maybe that. Oops, that's actually did not have them on there. There we go. I mean, the mana one sounds good, but that's moderate. Moderate amount of focus. What if instead of this, we went with this? So we get mana. Well, I am never going to use the gourd when I'm at full health. It makes no sense. At least right now. So I can get rid of this in exchange for, I guess, this. We'll see how that works for us. I really don't want to spend too much will because we have that other set, and then okay. What are we doing here? Hey, bud.
They come, we run. They fall, we hunt them down. We will come out unscathed.
I think we all know where these 2 points are going to go. I wonder, does one increase to something? What? Why do we not have a curio? I equipped it. Why is it? What? What? How did that? As for alteration spells, I'll have to keep that in mind. So it's literally just for Cloud Step. Hey! Right. Hello? Enhanced tiger subduing pellets. Okay. Nice, nice. We like that. Okay, so, yeah. The path didn't diverge like I thought it might have. Just wanted to make sure I see everything, everywhere, every time.
One more treat from my rake!
This appears to be a spirit. And nope, maybe that's just Will behind him. Yep, that's just Will. Was it worth the spell? No, not really. But I do want to see that cooldown work. Although it was only for alteration spells, so I have to keep that in mind, like I said.
When it's each for themselves, isn't everywhere justice?
This guy's a spirit. I win. I was not going to let that little bastard take that from me. One in the pocket. Red-haired Yaksha. I guess we can go take a look at him. I thought it. I went back. I swapped off of it and then went back to it because I thought that his chi cost was governor. Just for a second there, I thought its chi cost was governor. Alright, so, as I said, we have here the red-haired Yaksha. Punishing Arrow is its attack. Take the form of red-haired Yaksha. Shoot an arrow imbued with exceptional power at the foe. This can stagger them for a moment. That's not bad. It depends on how fast we transform and then untransform. Because, like you guys have seen, when an enemy is staggered, they are much more vulnerable to immobilize, which makes it last longer. Speaking of which, I have to remember to buy the immobilize upgrade. The final one, anyway. So I am not happy about it becoming more expensive to cast. Its equipped effect moderately increases heavy attack damage, which I don't hate, considering how much of my actual damage output relies on the heavy attack. I need to get into the habit of remembering that I have a spirit I can use. There's someone off to my right, or it's a statue.
I need a rest. That pavilion looks like a good place.
Are you trying to bait me? I won't forget this, old man. Who is doing that stomping? Just in case you're wondering, I was trying to say it earlier, a long time ago now, but I was trying to say it earlier, but if I go quiet, it's usually because I am trying to listen out for audio on potential ambushes. don't like them, and neither should you. So I listen out for them. Methinks we've strayed a little too far from the pavilion, but I think it's probably going to be fine, considering that this is a dead end. Oh, at least I can't go over the rail. We would die. But at least I don't have to come up here after now. We've got something to look forward to when we get back down there. I think that's a win-win. Beautiful. This place is huge. Looks like an arena.
Oi, kid. You look suspicious. What kind of Yao Guai are you?
Shh. I'm looking at that Buddha over there. See his belly button? It's so big. Me and you, we look way smaller.
Buddha? Where is it?
You see no Buddha because you think no Buddha. No thought, no sight.
I, the sacred gourmand, saw enough Buddhas before you were born. Foolish brat. You didn't see that coming, did you?
True hearts find their path, and the Buddha is on that path. Why not worship around with true hearts, for Buddhas may light your path.
Worship my hoof. Visit temples, kneel to figures, tell no black from white. That's my master. I am fed up with all these skin-deep rites.
No true heart, the path is sealed. With true heart, it's revealed. Visit each temple you encounter and worship every Buddha you see, or the true face of Buddha will always remain elusive to your eyes.
Don't know what that's supposed to mean. Oh, like here, I guess?
Ah, I get it now. 4 Buddhas, that boy said. Ah, there must be 4 Buddhas to worship. Loony monk. Can't reason with him.
There was not one. Frankly, I wasn't looking for them, so I might not have noticed something that looked like that. So there might be one up top, which unfortunately means we may have to go back up there. I for sure thought we had just fallen off the cliff. Shut up. Hey. Stick beats rock. There's yet another Buddha.
Just go through the motions, boy. Who knows if it's true or not? That little monk was speaking riddles.
I think it was directing me in this direction. I wish he would stop doing that. Just run faster, buddy. I don't know how he hit me with that.
Back when we journeyed to the New West, our master took it from Mount Lingshan. He visited and kneeled to every figure until Yellowbrow captured him. I'm not my master.
I wouldn't doubt it at all. I'm sure your master wouldn't have spent most of his time getting bullied by Wukong. Maybe I'm just being optimistic. Okay, so that's 3 of them. One was down here. I guess that means one is definitely up here. I don't remember seeing anything. The only statue I actually remember were 2 at the turn up ahead and the one at the very end of the path. Oh, there's also these 2, but they clearly don't matter. maybe there's another one out here. And by out here, I mean down there near the pavilion. Really? Oh, this is the one I missed. And done.
What's that sound? That little mug's up to his tricks once more. Worship my hoof. Let's go back.
I don't see anything. I didn't notice that guy there.
Chubby one, we've done the rites. Where's the path?
The path? Isn't it always there?
Don't you trick me, you bald, pot-bellied brat. All I'm seeing are mountains, no path at all.
He sees wisely with faith. You are daft without it.
Cut your nonsense. You must be that trickster himself, fooling us all along. Take my rake.
Why so rude? I didn't force you to kneel. Throwing a tantrum at your age? Shame on you.
You brat! Save your stupid path. I'll borrow one myself. You go on first. I'll meet you at the summit.
You see, that is why he kept getting hit by Wukong. There was a little yellow glow over there by the Buddha statue. God, I don't want to go back up here again. This better be the right way, or I am going to be miffed. This wasn't here. Yeah, there's no way on earth it was here. I don't miss paths like that. I miss Buddhas like that, but I don't miss paths. To be fair, missing the Buddha wasn't entirely my fault. It was really dark, so it was hard to see that there was something down that path. Alright, let's check our time. Because I want to make sure to end the video before we hit 3 hours on the recording, otherwise it'll become a hassle to deal with. Ooh, just about perfect too. So I'm going to call it here. I don't know how long this video is going to turn out, but I might end up cutting some of the bit where I was choosing what to spend the sparks on, because that went on for a while, and if those of you who actually are watching might have hated that, well, would probably hate to sit through that entire thing. We'll see how it turns out. So that is going to do it for us today. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves and everything you've seen here. I don't know how much. Well, this requires monkey head fungus, which is not common. And I pick up everything, so where's the other one? Moderately increases attack. This is considerably. I'd have to see how much they consider considerably to be. Anyway, that's it for today. I don't know. I'm pretty sure this goes up Tuesday. So, as the rules dictate, we will have another episode for you guys on Thursday. And I hope you're looking forward to it, because I guess we're going to beat up a kid. I'm fine with that. And so, with all that said, we will see you next time.